So, well, people, as you know, al dedo malo todo se le pega. So, I recorded the two videos, but when I realized I uploaded them to YouTube, and when I was going to check them, I realized that my microphone didn't work. So, yo hice dos videos bien largos, que al final lo chequeé fue cuando lo subí. Yo siempre lo chequeo luego de que lo subo a YouTube. Y me di cuenta que mi orejera, el microphone, no funciona ahora. Así que si ustedes oyen mi voz rara es por eso, right? So I am going to continue with the last part of the presentation of Unit 5. So this was the last part. Okay, let me check. Okay, so now we are going to work with the modifiers and intensifiers. So when we are talking about modifiers, modifiers are words that changes. Modifiers are words that change, clarify, or limit a particular word in a sentence in order to add emphasis, explanation, or detail. So when you're talking about modifier is something that changes a word, that maybe add more information about that word. Okay. So these modifiers that we are going to see in this part of the grammar are very, very, really, very, really, and the other one is pretty. Okay. As you know, pretty as an adjective means beautiful, but in this case, we are going to use it as a modifier. Pretty means bastante in Spanish, right? Okay. So these are the modifiers we are going to see. So when we are talking about intensifiers, modifiers that are intensifiers, so these words make the adjective stronger, right? For example, we have here, it is a very interesting story. So I could say it is an interesting story. But if I want to intensify that I really like it, I could say it's a very interesting story. So I am not going to delete this because he cogido mucha lucha, así que se va así el video. So everyone was very excited that they had a lot of fun. So, and the other one is really, it is a really interesting story. So basically they have the same meaning, but you are going to see when you could use any of these modifiers, right? Okay, let me clear the picture. Okay, so this, let's see the other grammar. This is better. This is better. So here we have the modifiers really, very, and pretty. Sorry. We have, these modifiers are adverb, right? Really, very, and pretty. So when we want to intensify an adjective, we use this word. It's really far from here. It's very far from here. It's pretty far from here. As you see, you can use any of these adverbs, okay? So it's okay if you want to say it's really far, it's very far, it's pretty far from here, Okay. When you are talking about, for example, an adjective, you use its, adverb, the adjective, and the rest of the sentence. But if you are using an adjective plus a noun, you have to use the article here, right? It is a really long walk because we are using the noun here. Okay, I could say also La Romana, it is very touristic city because I'm using the noun city and touristic is the adjective. Santo Domingo is a really big city, really big city. So big is the adjective and city is the noun. Okay, so remember when you use an adverb plus adjective plus a noun, you have to use the article a. Okay, and we use a because it's singular, right? It's singular. It's a really long walk from here. Okay. You speak, as you see here, we are using two adverbs. Well is an adverb. The adjective is good, but well is the adverb. You can say you speak really well. You speak English really well. You play the piano pretty well. You, I don't know, you sing really well. Okay, so when you want to say that something is performed in a good way, you have to say well. Okay, you cannot say you speak very good. No, you speak very well. You play the piano very well. You sing really well. Understand? Okay. Okay. So here are the rules for the intensifiers. Okay. Really and very make adjectives and adverbs stronger. My house is far from here. It's 10 kilometers from here. My house is very far from here. My house is really far from here. It's 30 kilometers from here. You can use pretty before adjectives and adverbs to soften the word. Okay, in this case, we can say to soften, not to make them stronger, to soften, hacerlo más suave. My neighbors are quiet. My neighbors are pretty quiet. Okay, in that case, you soften that adjective. But sometimes they talk loudly. Do not use pretty when a sentence is negative. Okay, so you can say, my house is not very far. My house is not really far, but you cannot say my house is not pretty far. Okay, you cannot use pretty when you are using or when you are making a negative statement, right? Um, I think this grammar is really easy. So let's see. I think we have an activity. Yeah. So the same that we did with the last activities. I am going to read and then you answer the question by yourself. Okay, I will give you time to answer the question and then I select the answer. Wow, this restaurant looks really blank. Let's try their food. Sounds good to me. Again, wow, this restaurant looks really blank. Let's try their food. Sounds good to me. What do you think could be the answer for that question or for that activity? So, wow, this restaurant looks really place. Do you think place? Nope, because place is a noun. So remember that really modify adjective or adverbs. If you say, wow, this restaurant looks really nice place, that is incorrect, because if I want to use nice place, I need an article A here in the sentence. So we don't have that. In D, nice places. No, because here is in singular, it's not plural, right? So this is not the answer. And this is the answer. Wow, this restaurant looks really nice. Let's try their food. Sounds good to me. Number 2. Bienvenido. No, bienvenido. Pues bienvenido. Teacher Beatriz. Let's say, Teacher Beatriz is a very blank. His students are so smart. Teacher Beatriz is a very blank. His students are so smart. And I know my students are really, really smart. So what could be that answer in there? So remember here we have an article. So when we have an article, we need an adjective and a noun. Okay. Adjective plus noun when you use an article. So let's see what is the answer. Teacher Beatriz is a very teacher. Teacher Beatriz is a very teacher. Nope, because teacher is the noun. Teacher Beatriz is a very good. A very good what? Right? Nope. Teacher Beatriz is a very good teachers. No, because we are using singular only. So teacher Beatriz is a very good teacher. Okay? His students are so smart. That is true. My students are smart. Okay? So I think that is all from that grammar, because that grammar is very simple. So you have to remember only that we use, let me go back here, that we use really, very, and really to make them stronger, pretty to make them soft, and that you cannot use pretty in a negative sentences. Tomorrow, I am going to give you more details about this grammar, and also remember that I am going to send you more videos, the next video from Unit 6. Lo grabé, pero no quedó con la voz, así que no sirve. Okay, so I am tired. It's 12:26 a.m. So I am tired. Tomorrow we are going to do the other video. Remember, tomorrow we don't have Zoom because maybe for the tropical storm, some people are not going to have electricity. I am going to record the video in the morning, and I am going to send the video in the morning. So in the afternoon, you can have that video. Okay, so we're finished for today. Take care. See you tomorrow.